The Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States just sent Ripple Labs a summons offer, which they need to respond to within 48 to 72 hours. I mean, this is very bullish, and it comes after a big news from pro-XRP lawyer Jeremy Hogan that the ongoing Ripple lawsuit case will probably end in April 2025 and be made public. We also looked closely at the official website of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, which you can see is the real deal. And we found two very important statements. In the next 72, 48, and 72 hours, the SEC will hold two closed talks about settlement. This is crazy, and it fits right in with the reports that the big settlement is going to happen. In terms of the Ripple SEC signing, or at least Ripple responding to the SEC and #039's offer in the next 48 to 72 hours, these talks are happening at the same time. And it has been proven that they are willing to settle. At this point, we need to talk about a lot of things, such as the amazing $7 billion fund that entered the XRP system. It and #039's the first time in history that XRP has been worth more than $7 billion in a single search. Based on facts, the price of XRP has been set at over $257.21 to around $3,748.34 using strong and important marks. Of course, guys, we also want to give away a lot of stuff on CryptoGeek. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed and is now following us. Since we and #039 chosen to work together with Uphold, we and #039'll give everyone up to $100 for free. There are absolutely no conditions. All you have to do to get that free $100, which you and #039'll get almost immediately, is right away. All you have to do is click the button, subscribe to the channel, and share the movie. Go there to keep the best XRP in crypto exchange. Make an account and use the link in the description to make a purchase. I and #039'll give you up to $100 that you can use to buy more XRP. Again, you have to use my link in the description. Now that we and #039 cleared that up, let an #039's start today and #039's movie. This is what I want to start with. The legal decision has been made by central banks all over the world to switch to using XRP. The State Bank of China is working with Ripple and is said to be putting more than $20 trillion into XRP. I and #039'll get the piece ready soon, but there and #039's a lot more to learn since we and #039 just getting started. Well, the Central Bank of China ISN and #039 the only country working with Ripple to use XRP. Many other countries around the world are too. Starting with the Republic of Palau and then moving on to the Republic of Montenegro and maybe even El Salvador, Brazil has officially teamed up with Ripple Labs to use XRP, and the European Union has chosen to use the XRP ledger to launch their digital currency, the euro. These are just a few that have been made public. There are probably a few more that aren't and #039 listed. Then there are the things that aren't and #039 completely clear, but stories have pointed them out. As an example, there is Russia. In an important breaking news story called "The Foreign and Russian Experience of Blockchain Digitalized by Central Bank Financial Technology Companies," it was revealed that Ripple is one of the best companies for making payments to central banks and for sending money across borders in general. The report was written by the Euro Federal University in Russia. Of course, I want to draw attention to this, but it and #039's kind of blocked off. I then looked at another piece I had found, and it said this. It was possible for the Ripple network to mirror how national payment systems work both after a move and at the end of the day, or at set times. Based on the study, it was decided that the Ripple platform could be used to start building a system for settling payments across borders, as long as the following legal, technical, and organizational issues are fixed. Once more, this is very important to bring up because it and #039's also part of that Russian document that was partly hidden, as you can see, and according to the Russian government, Ripple blockchain has been chosen, allow us to go back to the $20 trillion that are said to be joining the XRP ledger. From what I and #039 learned, if that were to happen, it would lead to and maybe this analyst is right when Big Joe and #039 hits $257.21. But the most important part of today and hashtag 039's video is a post that I wanted to talk about because it really backs up the $20 trillion number that was being talked about earlier. I might be able to find the story right now and show it to you. There it is. This is the story about China and hashtag 039's central bank putting in more than $20 trillion. After doing some study, we found that this might not just be China putting $20 trillion into the economy, it could also be institutions from around the world working together to do it at the same time. For example, it was said before that BlackRock is planning to invest more than $9 trillion in XRP. More recently, BlackRock and JP Morgan said that they are planning to launch a groundbreaking XRP ETF and were just getting ready to send it to the SEC. The above is likely to happen after Gary Gensler leaves, but it and hashtag 039's also possible that Gary Gensler will settle the Ripple SEC lawsuit, approve all ETFs, even if they and hashtag 039 for XRP, and try to make a good name for himself by looking like he solved the cryptocurrency problem before he leaves. As recently as when Jake Glatton was chairman, these strategies were used against him, and he either sued the SEC or Ripple Labs the day before he quit the SEC. What did happen, though? He eventually got a job at a law firm that was very pro-crypto, to the point where they defend cryptocurrency companies against attacks by the government. A more modern way to think about it would be to picture what would happen if Garrett Gensler actually quit his job and joined Ripple Labs to fight the next SEC chairman. So, they come across as a strong supporter of crypto that stands with crypto companies and supports American innovation. Of course, this is just something to think about as we learn more about the XRP system and Ripple Labs. Ripple Labs has made it clear more than once that XRP is an important part of its system. And this ad right here literally says that Ripple blocks will take over the payment business using crypto, but in a different interview with Brad Gunn, he says that XRP will be the key. Now look at this, Amazon has done something very important for the XRP system. Amazon has announced that XRP will be the base currency of its new global payment platform. This is great news for bulls. What they didn't and hashtag 039's say was that they were going to use an important part of the XRP ledger. This part will be XRP and part will be the payment reward system, which was built on the XRP ledger and is still on the XRP ledger. Amazon confirmed its relationship with Yoruba Labs in a white paper released in August 2023. The paper said that XRP and CTF rewards would be added to payment transactions in 2023. If you look at the platform, you and hashtag 039 LLC that CTF, or the crypto trading fund, is built on both the XRP ledger and the Polygon chain. They are the company that supports and builds the framework for the CTF coin and the massive blockchain-generated payments reward framework. And this new relationship is making it possible for billions and billions of dollars to be made. Yes, I know it and hashtag 039's not live yet, but what we and hashtag 039 seeing is once this go live, once this Amazon/two important parts of the XMP ledger are working together with Amazon. This will make it easier for all the money that Amazon makes to go through their website and back into their bank account. Also, if you look at the CTF badges in particular, you and hashtag 039 LLC that they have been widely adopted, or at least the process of being widely adopted has begun. It and hashtag 039's still very early, as you can see. It is hot and rising at number 6 on the Polygon chain, and it and hashtag 039's also the most valuable DeFi token on the XQB ledger and the most valuable DeFi token on the Polygon chain. But it and hashtag 039's still very early. With only 5,900 holders, this is still very early in the game. I did some research and found that